Oh my gosh, guys, it's the diamond shipwreck. That's so freaking rare. There's like a 0.00 infinity% chance of that spawning. Wait, no, I'm drowning.
These are the most hilarious fake speedruns in Minecraft 1.20. This first speedrunner spawns right into a desert, but his client's overlay shows that he's instead in a plains biome. This makes more sense when we take a closer look at the village houses around him and notice that they are clearly man-made. Just plains village houses that he changed into sand. This fake desert is further shown when it starts to rain, something that is not possible in naturally generated deserts. Next, the runner finds some leather armor in a chest, but doesn't receive the suit up achievement when grabbing it, showing us that he has already played on this world, if you couldn't already tell. After looting the entire village at a less than ideal pace, the runner passes 2 lava pools right next to each other. This one here being very clearly man-made. There's just no stone or anything. He runs right into a second village next where he finds an entire animal pen just filled with a bunch of snifflers. Come on now. Remember these because they'll become important later on. If you haven't noticed it yet, take a look at this woodland mansion in the distance. Or I guess cherry blossom mansion. Yeah, I'm not sure if this runner thought anyone would actually believe these exist. He of course heads inside the mansion where in the library, all of the bookshelves are Minecraft's new chiseled bookshelves, instead of normal bookshelves like they're supposed to be. And every single bookshelf is filled to the brim with random enchantment books, none of which he actually uses to enchant anything. He just uses a grindstone to disenchant them and get a ton of levels. Next, the runner heads back outside towards the village, but after failing a water MLG, he takes some damage and somehow instantly gains it all back. This was likely done with the client he's using, which allows you to heal yourself using a custom hotkey. Definitely not allowed in a speedrun. He heads back to the sniffler pen from earlier, but this time, all of the snifflers are digging up diamonds? I guess this runner is just very lucky. Oh, and they dig up some eyes of ender too. Very convenient. Using all of these newfound diamonds, the runner crafts full diamond gear and uses some books from the library to enchant it. And using the eyes of ender, he, well, finds the stronghold. Once in the end, you'll notice something very strange about the end crystals. The runner hits one, but it doesn't explode, making it much easier for him to take them out, as it doesn't blow up on him. This is presumably thanks to a /kill hotkey in his client, similar to the healing hotkey from earlier, that allows him to kill a nearby entity. And the rest of the run is fairly normal, other than the fact that it takes him like 10 minutes to kill the dragon. By the way, this very real statistic shows that actually 0% of you guys are subscribed. Like, literally not a single person. So if you could real quick press the subscribe button, that would be great. This next runner immediately spawns in right next to a jungle temple, which isn't impossible, but is definitely out of the ordinary. But things really start to get suspicious when he triggers the temple's first trap and nothing happens, showing us that he tampered with this temple before the run. This is further shown by the items in the temple's chest, which include a brush, something that cannot spawn in these chests, but he's gonna need it for later in the run, so remember it. After the runner leaves the temple, only a minute and 30 seconds into the run, it's nighttime. Strange because Minecraft days are supposed to last for 10 minutes after spawning into a new world, before they'll change to nighttime, clearly showing us that this world has already been played on, as it's supposed to take another 8.5 minutes to change to night. The runner runs for a while until he finds a village, where in all of the houses he finds pretty much nothing. But this doesn't last for long, as you'll notice these blue sheep here in the animal pen. It is possible for sheep to spawn in desert villages, but it's not possible for them to be colored. Next, the runner uses the nearby blacksmith's lava to make an infinite lava source, something that is only possible with the new game rule in Minecraft 1.20. Thanks guys for pointing that out in the comments of the last video. A few times. Changing game rules is still not allowed in a speedrun though. The runner uses this lava to attempt to make an obsidian generator, and he fails horribly. But pay attention to the obsidian he's mining. Did you spot it? If not, let me play it again. Still don't notice anything? Well, that's probably because nothing's really happening here. But take note of how long it took for him to mine the obsidian. 6.5 seconds. Much faster than the 9.4 seconds that it's actually supposed to take. Showing us that the runner sped up his footage to make his run a total of about 40 seconds faster. Next, the runner finds some suspicious gravel, a new feature in Minecraft 1.20. But this gravel can't just spawn anywhere. You'll only find it in trail ruins, showing us that he clearly placed it here manually considering this is a desert biome. The runner uses the brush that he found in the temple earlier to brush the gravel and finds diamonds and flint. And while there are quite a few things that can be found in suspicious gravel, these two are certainly not included. The runner finds a ruined portal next, but instead of lighting it, he just instead mines all of its obsidian and runs for almost 3 minutes in a totally different direction, until he eventually stops and builds a portal in a very specific location. This makes a lot of sense when he enters the Nether, and this portal brings him directly into a fortress, right in front of a blaze spawner. When the runner kills a blaze, it seems to just drop blaze rods like normal, but when he opens up his inventory, we'll notice something else. The blaze rods he picked up are strangely separated in his inventory, something that makes more sense when he hovers over these ones here, and they seem to actually be ender pearls. So the runner must have used a texture pack to retexture ender pearls to look like blaze rods, and then programmed blazes to drop these fake blaze rods alongside the real ones. Very tricky. I definitely haven't seen that one before. The runner kills a few more blazes, which all drop the same fake blaze rods, and then heads right back to the overworld, where he crafts the fake blaze rods and the real blaze rods together to make Eyes of Ender. He immediately starts heading to the stronghold, but when he's finally digging down into it, he ends up falling, and there's a quick cut in the video. Afterwards, he's all of a sudden in the portal room. Did he think nobody would notice that? He places all his Eyes of Ender in the portal, but is one short. But instead of just quitting the run right there like any other speedrunner would, this dude kills silverfish until one drops an Eye of Ender. What? He enters the end, where all of the pillars are bedrock and the fountain is obsidian. How did they switch? What? Let's just move on. This next runner spawns right next to a village, but let's take a closer look at their hotbar. You'll notice that the 4th slot is selected. Strange, because when you first spawn into a new world, the first slot will always be the one selected, showing that this runner has already played on this world. But things start to get really interesting when we notice this house here that's on fire thanks to this lava pool right next to it. But considering this run just started, this fire wouldn't have been able to spread this much this quickly. So this world has clearly been loaded for at least a little while. As the runner is looting the village, they find iron in the chest of a normal village house, something that is impossible and clearly staged. To collect even more iron, the runner kills all 6 of the village's iron golems, far more than the number that would naturally spawn in a village of this size. It's also worth noting that none of these iron golems fight back when being attacked, something that only happens with golems that have been created by a player. Next to the lava pool from earlier, there is a conveniently shaped hole in the ground that the runner is able to use to quickly make an infinite water source. The runner uses this water to slowly put together a nether portal, but when they enter the nether, their spawn is really bad and there's seemingly nothing nearby, except for lucky blocks.